Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for October 20th of 2025 is titled Finding Comet Lemmon. So, what do we see here? Well, here in the sky we see a couple of different things, and including the Big Dipper. And the Big Dipper is a prominent asterism visible in the northern sky. Now, an asterism is a grouping of bright stars, and it can be part of an individual constellation, as the Big Dipper is completely contained within the constellation of Ursa Major, or it can be stars in multiple constellations. The Summer Triangle is one example of this. There are three bright stars in three different constellations that make up this prominent asterism. Now, off toward the handle of the Dipper, you can see part of the tail of Comet Lemmon. And Comet Lemmon, there down over the horizon, is now reaching its closest approach to Earth. And it's still working its way toward the sun, so it's possible that it can still get brighter over the coming weeks. And in fact, it will be closest to the sun in early November. So this makes it nicely well placed for us to be able to find, because the Big Dipper is a prominent grouping of stars that people can often identify. So if you can see that, then you're going to be able to see Comet Lemmon. However, it is not going to be near as bright as you see it in an image like this. When you take a longer exposure, you're bringing out more detail than you would be able to see. However, if you point your camera in that direction, you can usually pick it up in a camera exposure even when your eyes don't see the comet very well. And that's because, again, the camera is picking up more detail and can, if you're using an extended exposure on it, can expose for a couple of seconds, and that's much longer than your eye can do, and will be able to pick up the comet. So you may be able to get images of the comet even if you can't see it directly. And it will brighten, but how much it will brighten over the next couple of weeks is a good question. And as we've said, comets are notoriously unpredictable in terms of their brightness. So we can't really say how bright it's going to get, but we will see as it gets a little bit closer to the sun. It will be energized a little bit more, which can make it brighter, but it will also be moving away from Earth, which of course will make it fainter. So it depends on how much brightening we get from the sun versus how much fainter it gets as seen from Earth. But here we get to see Comet Lemmon in the sky, and visible to observers in the northern hemisphere in the evening right now. Again, just go look for the Big Dipper, and a little bit off from the tail here, just as you see in this image, that's where to point your phone camera and see if you can get a nice image of this comet. So that was our picture of the day for October 20th of 2025. It was titled Finding Comet Lemmon. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Big Heart. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.